Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, "Whom shall I send? And who will go for us?" And I said, "Here am I, send me." Isaiah 6:8. This verse comes from an incredible moment in the prophet Isaiah's life. He had just experienced a breathtaking vision of God seated on his throne, surrounded by heavenly beings crying out, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. The whole earth is full of his glory." Isaiah 6:3. The temple shook and smoke filled the room. In this divine encounter, Isaiah became painfully aware of his own sinfulness, crying out, "Woe to me, I am ruined." Isaiah 6:5. But God didn't leave him in that state. A seraph touched Isaiah's lips with a burning coal, declaring, "Your guilt is taken away, and your sin atoned for." Isaiah 6:7. It's right after this cleansing moment that we hear God's question, "Whom shall I send? And who will go for us?" Without hesitation, Isaiah responds, "Here am I. Send me." Notice the progression here. Isaiah encounters God's holiness, recognizes his own unworthiness, receives God's cleansing grace, and then responds to God's call. This pattern reveals something profound about how God works in our lives. He doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. The plural us in God's question has been understood by many Christian theologians as a subtle reference to the Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit working together in perfect unity. Jesus would later echo this sending language when he told his disciples, "As the Father has sent me, I am sending you." John 20:21. So what does Isaiah's response mean for us today? Let's break it down. First, God is still asking the same question, "Whom shall I send?" He's looking for people willing to represent him in their homes, workplaces, schools, and communities. This isn't just about overseas missionaries or full-time ministry. It's about everyday people willing to be God's hands and feet wherever they are. Isaiah's immediate "Here am I" shows a readiness that comes from encountering God's presence. When we spend time with God and experience his grace, saying yes becomes our natural response. If you're struggling to answer God's call, perhaps the first step is simply drawing closer to him.